Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a showcase on my rank 3 Venom and what this guy is capable of doing in Battlegrounds. Now, this is ridiculous. This whole video is absolutely bonkers with how good this guy actually is. So, I did put a poll up on my channel a couple of weeks ago asking who you guys would most want to see a showcase on. Gave the poll 24 hours and Venom was the winner. And because of that, I spent the past 2 or 3 weeks, or 2.5 weeks I think, getting as much gameplay as I possibly could of this guy just ripping through literally everything. And it's mental. It's mental how much this guy can actually do with just damage alone. And to say he came out when the game first came out, like 2015 or 2014, it's wild how good he still is. I know he got buffed, but still, it's broken. Like that Nick Fury in under 45 seconds, wild. Rank 3 Sasquatch here. This should not work. This should not be a matchup that's doable, and I didn't even get the best RNG. I did have to re-roll that buff, because I thought, okay, I need at least a couple of good ones. But after this, I get no good buff RNG. I get physical resistance armors. The main reason that this is all possible at the moment is the Venom relic. I have a maxed out, I think SIG 100 5-star Venom relic. So rank 4, and what that does for him is increases your crit rate and crit damage per buff on you, and also increases the bleed potency by a lot per buff, which is why rank 3 Sasquatch in 53 seconds is possible. Did take a lot of block damage through crits at the end, but without the critical interruption meta that would have been a very high health finish. Now even here, physical resist, armor, physical resist. I get a very bad set of buffs in this matchup. This is a rank 3 Maestro. Maestro is one of the most difficult defenders in the game, especially if you don't have a counter. Venom's not the most reliable counter because the nullify on his special 1 relies on RNG, but this is more just showcasing that it's there and it can counter Maestro. So I'm going to keep doing as much damage as possible. I'm going to try and time the special 1 so that it nullifies at least one of those buffs. Luckily get it on the next one and the bleeds will just finish him off. And I finished at 100% health. 46 seconds for a rank 3 Maestro. I know that's even ranking, but still that's absurd. Now Serpent. This is a very bad matchup. Just like the Sasquatch. Serpent has 90% bleed resistance, has his resistance up, I'm not sure if that has crit resistance or not, and no form of power control. The only thing he has going for him in this fight is the fact that he has a 50% or 55% chance on each hit to nullify the armor up buff on the special 1. And there's no other way around this. So luckily get it gone there, bait out another special 2. And the crit through block is going pretty crazy. Land an intercept there to get rid of it. Just keep having to bait special 2s. And throw in special 1s to try and nullify the armor or the power gain. And slowly but surely he's going down. Serpent is ridiculously tanky. And I'm trying to work around the extra power gain and the immortality. And luckily I'm able to just damage through it. I could have thrown a special 1, got a nullify there, but I didn't want to risk it. Just under 47k is still a very good score for a Serpent fight, especially without a good counter. Speaking of matchups that don't work, or that shouldn't work, Onslaught. Now, Venom's bleed immune, and Onslaught punishes you when you crit. So the plan here was just try and get... Well, I mean, I kind of had to rely on good RNG here with buffs. But if I built up enough of the right buffs, I was thinking I could maybe just nuke him down. He's unblockable at the moment. So just keep throwing my special ones. Mainly because I've got a good set of buffs. I don't want to have to re-roll them. And I'm getting extra crit rate from the buffs themselves and also from the Venom relic. And I'm just doing a lot of damage here. Gonna full dex the special 2 because I prefer that to special 1s at this time. Well, nowadays I much prefer going for special 2 dex to special 1. Here I was just hoping for crits so that it'd kill. Getting no crits. But bait out heavy and those last couple of hits finish him off. 48k, 64 seconds for an onslaught. No bleed damage. Feel like that's pretty good. Now, Bullseye. This is a very impressive score for a champ that cannot counter his evade unless he's below 18%, and also is not immune to bleed, has no way of healing because there's no buffs. This is just all round like not ideal. Obviously it's doable because I'm putting it in this video, but I'm gonna trigger his evade there. Use the relic just to get the timer going and also not get hit at the same time. Special 2 and he's done. So what I part wanted to showcase there but didn't get a chance to because he died too quickly was that the true strike that Venom has actually stops Bullseye's evade, which is quite nice. Now again, speaking of matchups that shouldn't work, Kindred. Class disadvantage. Kindred takes massive advantage of buffs. Plus, this is the Gladiator Circuit meta from weeks 3 and 4. The Ex Magica plus the Fate Seal one. So, if at any point he has more power than me, I get Fate Sealed and lose all of my buffs. Now, the plan here was to just not let that happen. Nuke him down as quick as I could. I got him to 5% a little bit too quick. Thankfully, he throws a special 1 there. And because it's a low sig Kindred, I was able to dash in just after the root and finish him off. Worst case, if that didn't reach, then I'd have thrown my relic. And then special 1 after. Now, Prowler. Mainly put this guy in because he's new. Bleed immune. Can't punish his specials. Not ideal. But I wanted to give Venom a go. See if, even worst case scenario, I could make this work. And goes a lot better than I expected it to. I'm just going to wait until I get to... I accidentally punished his special there, I didn't mean to. Got very lucky that I didn't get hit. Going to wait for the Fate Seal. This is also Gladiator Circuit, and I get quite lucky with crits there. But I have 8 armors. 8? Is that 8 or 6? I think that's 6. But that's more than enough to get him down in 51 seconds. Not too bad. Now, just showcasing a bit more of his utility here. He has, yes, RNG, but access to an armor up buff, which basically makes him a good counter to Havoc. Even if you don't get the ones you want, you can use your heavy attack to re-roll your buff or the latest buff that was applied. So I just get an armor up freely here. Re-rolled it off the first hit, got it there, and now Havoc can't deal any of his detonation damage to me until I throw my special 2. Special 2 consumes every buff that you have on you at the moment to put on or to put a fury on you. It's not permanent like the rest, but it just gives you a chance to convert any bad rolls to fury, just in case you're not happy with what you got, and then you can build up again from there. Now, Weapon X. I got bad buffs here. armor, physical resist, physical resist. Anyone saying that, oh, it's so RNG, I always get armors and physical resists only, I never get anything other than that. I've got 2 of them here, of each, so far. Or I've got 3 physical resists even. So, what I'm going for here is trying to slow play it a little bit. Like slowing down my combos just so that his timer goes down a little bit more. The bleeds are doing a lot of work already as it is. But now he's out of Berserk. And I'm just going to go for a special 2, and this should finish it. Way overkill, because I managed to crit on all 3 hits. 51 seconds for a Weapon X, not too bad. It's not. I could have waited out the Berserk a bit quicker. I kept him in that phase for quite a long time. Next up, this Killmonger. Put this in mainly to showcase the armor break that he has on his heavy attack. Just nice little bits of utility like this. It's just very helpful for for a lot of matchups. Just having the access to armor break and, like as I say, to make him a Killmonger counter. Like, this matchup actually works now. Unfortunately, with the crit resist that Killmonger has, it's very difficult to actually get him down quickly unless you get really lucky. Accidentally threw a light too early there to get in range for the heavy. But it's alright, it's not an issue. Gonna heavy attack here again, just keep the armor break up, and another combo should finish him. Now, Absorbing Man. Again, this guy's armor break immune, this guy's bleed immune when he's in Zoru phase. So the strategy in this fight is you want to just get to your push him to special 2, bait it, or just even bait a special 1, like I do here. But from now, you don't want him to throw another special 1 at all, because that way he'll just go bleed immune and have physical resist, and you'll not be doing any damage. Here, I can at least keep some bleeds up, and then I'll heavy counter again when he gets to his when he gets to refine his magma form. Yeah, just gonna turtle up, go for an intercept, miss, bait heavy, and before he can even throw another special 2, he's dead. In 44 seconds. Not bad. Now, again, another matchup that should not work, Chavez. So Chavez, for those who don't know, gains attack rating for every buff on you. So especially with this critical interruption node where she can crit through block and crit you if you mess up, if you don't disable it. This is a very, very dangerous matchup, because there's no way of controlling Mystic Dispersion. She's got a lot of attack rating because you've got so many buffs on you. All round, it's just really not good, but Venom still managed to handle it pretty much perfectly fine. Like, that was 36 seconds. Not many champs can do that for a Chavez. So next up, put Hulk in, mainly because he's really tanky, and I just want to showcase as much damage output as possible. Even though I did get 2 bad buff rolls, even if they're unique buffs, it is very helpful for Venom. Even if it's not like the set you want, let's say I've got a physical resist and an armor, and I wanted a precision and a fury instead of those 2. It's still beneficial because he gains extra crit rate for each unique buff and crit damage rating for each unique buff. Yes, it's not as much as the actual buffs themselves, but he also gains bleed potency, or an extra bleed vulnerability from the relic. So it's definitely worth it. It's not the end of the world if you do get that, because you can still crit a lot. Now, Sauron, another matchup that he doesn't really counter, but does. So, there's no way of countering Sauron's regen here, and he's 95% bleed resistant. So I'm literally just relying on my bare hits here to do any damage at all. I'll throw a special 1 because I like the buffs I've got, don't want to re-roll those. Special 1 dex. I'm just critting for a lot, and very often as well. Accidentally get hit by that special 1 there, and special 2 finishes this. Now, Iron Man, I wanted to show a couple of things here. He can bypass his massive armor rating with his crits. Like, Iron Man is extremely tanky when you can't crit him, and also that the bleeds just bypass the armor straight up. Now, when I rolled Fury, Precision, Cruelty, I knew this was going to be a very quick fight. And paired with Despair, if you can stack up a lot of bleeds like I'm doing here. This is a rank 3 Iron Man, by the way, and this is like a 25-second fight. But Despair can just block out big healing like Iron Man's regen when he gets to 15%. 27 seconds is very good. Speaking of blocking out healing and ridiculously quick fights, this is probably the quickest fight in this video, and it's without class advantage. So I'm getting very, very lucky with the crits here. And I'm just blocking out his regen already. And yeah, he's dead. That is nearly 52k. Okay, Spider-Ham. This was just a match that came along in the Gladiator circuit. I decided to use Venom here because big point to make, it's the black buff in the top left. If that is active, Venom can basically fight Spider-Verse champs without them being able to evade. So Spider-Ham here, never ever going to evade because of that buff. If I get Fate Sealed, however, that would he'd still be able to evade. And it's the same with against tech champs, he's immune to Power Drain and Power Burn, I want to say. Just when that buff's active, and he gains a bit of extra attack rating. Yeah, now, Werewolf. I mainly did this because intercepting with Venom is very easy. And punishing champs is very easy because his first light reach it goes pretty much like halfway across the map. It's ridiculous. So I usually like to backdraft light because it's just very far reach. And with Werewolf's extremely janky AI, where sometimes you'll go in for an intercept and he'll just dash back and stand there. If you go in for a light and then dash in afterwards for a medium, you'll hit him before he starts howling. Now this is just another utility showcase of the armor break being able to counter Mysterio. So just literally get in the fight, parry heavy, and Mysterio's mask is just gone. So he's never going to gain his gas. The modes are going to be small or are going to last way less. Like the damage reflect node there, I'm just waiting for it to go, and I'm not having to worry about any gas. This is a lot better on high sig Mysterios, but another thing is if he were to throw a special 2, I wouldn't get the power drain on me because Venom is immune to power drain against tech champs when he has that black buff. Now Adam mainly wanted to showcase the regen here. So you're going to see me get hit on purpose. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It wasn't on purpose. Anyway, this is just pretty much raw damage showcase. Just see how fast I can nuke this. Get hit there, quote unquote, intentionally. Because even though Adam goes nullify immune when the sovereignty is active, I can still heal when it expires. So I'm going to bait this out. That sovereignty buff's going to go away as soon as I throw my relic. Special 1. And I do get a decent amount of regen from that one last hit. 50k against the rank 3 items, still pretty good. And now just to finish off, I've got a couple of tech champs. So, Shocker, this is just... I'll be honest, I forgot about the stun duration there. A little bit of a slow start to the fight, but it's a ridiculously quick finish. So again, because you need to intercept Shocker to really play around him, I just bait out another special, or no I don't, I just go for the nuke. Well, I was going to showcase how baiting another special 1 allows you for an easy intercept afterwards to get rid of all his charges, but he just died too quickly. Now, while these just basic fights are playing, I just want to say a big thank you to Bittersteel, Hot Fuzz, Matt 2 Hill and Saragost for helping me out with all of these duels and practice, and everybody else that has helped. And yeah, this has been, well, I couldn't really have made these videos without the help of these guys, so show them some love wherever you can, please, on my behalf. I'll leave links to the channels down in the description of everybody that helped me in this video. And yeah, I've got, I think, 2 more fights left now. So Hercules, everybody hates Hercules' immortality when it's on defense, right? And when you don't have a nullify counter. Well, Venom can just nullify it, which is going to be shown in this fight. Yes, it is well, I say a small chances. 3 chances at 55%. I'd take my odds there, or at least getting it once. So, the strategy here, gonna throw my special 1 now, just to dump my power. And I did actually eat that that true focus buff. And one thing I forgot to mention, whenever he does eat a buff, he gains a buff of his own. So heavy buff matchups, you can just ramp quickly if you get lucky. And the second hit there triggers it, and yeah, 49-second Hercules fight. Not bad. Now the last fight here is, or not last fight, Future Ant-Man. Now you'd think he shouldn't counter this, which he shouldn't, because of the bleed duration, but you can actually heal up quite easily. And again, another thing I'm showing about the easy intercepts is being able to get rid of Future Ant-Man's armor ups, because light intercepting with Venom is that easy. Did not mean to get parried there, but another decent showcase of the regen. So I eat one of the regen buffs at the end there and heal back up to 95%. Even 34 seconds for Future Ant-Man, pretty good. And the last fight, one that Fuzz recorded for me while I was doing Gladiator Circuit match. Sorry for the quality, it's just because of the Discord stream that I was doing. It was pretty bad. And this is a ridiculously fast Shuri fight. So yeah, this is the last one. And I'm going to end it there. So, thank you very much for watching, guys. Let me know in the comments who you want to see my next showcase on. Yeah, thank you for watching, take care, and I'll see you later. Bye.